So I've had the 2017 Fusion for a while, and it was kind of hard for me to drive the car with only 2 memory settings. As you can see here, there's only 2 buttons. So I got a little frustrated. I went ahead and got the DSM from the Ford Explorer, and I checked that all the pins match up. Everywhere that the Ford Fusion has wires, the Ford Explorer has pins. If you see in the Ford Fusion DSM though, it doesn't have all the pins that the Ford Explorer has. There's a couple pins missing in this module overall. The bottom 2 plugs are the same. There's a couple of pins missing in these 4 plugs though. So I tried plugging it in, and when I plug it in, let me just show you right now. So I'll plug it in. It's kind of hard to see because it's dark, but I wonder if there's a light option on here. Okay, so there's no light option, but I think I can arrange that. Here's my phone. Alright. Okay, so now you can kind of see putting this module. I'm not gonna screw it in right now, so I'm just showing that it works. But let me just keep the camera somewhere. Keep the camera up here. I'll just plug in these connectors one by one. So in the brown plug in this module is not actually used. The big brown plug, that's only used in the Explorer. I don't know why that plug is there, and I am pretty sure actually that it's for the power steering wheel, but not completely sure. Alright, so this is plugged in now, and now it is plugged in. See, my easy entry and exit works. Now if I go ahead and press the first button, now watch the mirrors and the seat. So the seat's going up. The mirrors stay the same because that was the setting that they were on. But now if I put it on 2, now watch the mirror. The mirror tilts, the seat's moving. The other mirror also tilted. Now if I press 3, everything's moving again. I just pressed 3. And it is working, so. And I tested it and everything works fine. Even the heated seats work fine. So I think this is actually a solution. So the set button becomes a 3rd button, and if you wanted to say 3, you can easily just go to the junkyard and get yourself a 3-button switch. Let me just show you how that looks, because the switch actually inside is exactly the same. It's just the buttons that are changing. So this is a 3-button switch I bought for this. My junkyard literally gave it to me for free because they didn't care about such a small part. But if you can find a Fusion, they'd probably give it to you for pretty cheap. So I'm not sure if I'll put this in yet or just have a secret set button be the 3rd button, but we'll see. But right now I'm just really happy that I got this to work, because I've been wanting 3 memory seats for a long time, and I don't know why the Fusion doesn't have it. All the other Fords have it. And one of the things I noticed in this module is that there's in some of the plugs in the row of 4 that's missing pins in the Fusion, in some of those plugs there are more pins missing than there are wires in the door. So if you see, wires in the seat harness. So like if you see, let me show you. Oh, I need light again. My bad. Grab the light. And the light is over here. Here, so. Now if you look in here, there's these 4 plugs. Now, the black plug, the big black plug here has only 2 wires. That's fine. But then this green plug has a bunch of wires coming out of it. But in the Fusion, even though there's so many wires coming out of this plug, there are not that many pins in the module itself. So I think that is the reason that there's no third seat. I'm gonna be taking my original module that came with this car, and I'm gonna add those pins where they're missing, to see if I can actually add that third seat into the original module, so that people don't have to buy a whole new module for this. This module is fairly cheap at the junkyard. They give it to you for about 30 bucks. So that's not a bad thing. But if you wanted to save more money, just go ahead and I think it'll work if we just rewire we just add more pins in the plugs, because the pins are all there. There's extra pins all over the place. We just have to remove them and rearrange them on that board. So I'll be doing the soldering on that in a later video. But I hope you found this video helpful. Adding 3 seats to the Fusion has been a great help, and I'm really glad I did this. Thanks for watching.